Owning a firearm is a big responsibility. And one of the responsibilities that comes with owning a firearm is ensuring that you do the proper maintenance. Especially if your job requires you to carry one, because they might do an inspection on your weapon to ensure that it's clean, it's properly maintenance, that you have the right amount of magazines or rounds of ammunition, or if you use it for home defense. You want to ensure that if you have to ever use that weapon, that it is going to work. Your life may very well count on it. My name is Jason Adams, and in this video I will be demonstrating on a Glock 21 how to properly field strip it, clean it, and properly install it back together. The Glock 21 is known for its accuracy and light recoil. The Glock 21 delivers the legendary stopping power of the 45 calibers, and it comes with either a 10 or 13 round magazine. Countless law enforcement agencies swear by the Glock 21 that it is the best firearm that in a 45 caliber that you can own. So first thing what you want to do is you want to pull out your weapon, and in a safe distance, don't point it towards yourself or anybody else. The first thing you want to do is release the magazine, ensure that there's no rounds in it, and if there is rounds in the magazine and your slide is forward, there is still a round in the chamber. Next thing you want to do is lock your slide to the rear, and like I said, if there was rounds in your magazine, the one round should drop out. Next thing you want to do is look down, look down the barrel, look down the magazine, make sure that there's nothing in there. And then what you want to do is release your slide forward. You're going to want to pull your trigger back, but you want to release the firing pin. And then you're going to pull your slide back a couple inches. On the side you'll see two little levers. You're going to pull those down, which is going to release the slide. You pull it forward. You're going to pull the trigger again, which now your slide should properly slide off. And you're going to set this part down. Now on the inside of your slide you will see a spring, and the barrel is underneath that. So the first thing we want to do is pull the spring out, and then you're going to want to get the barrel out of it. So if you push up underneath it, you can pull the barrel right out, and you're going to set that down. So when you look inside of the slide, there should be nothing in there. Now what you're going to want to do is take your gun cleaner, and you can buy this at any like Big Five or any gun stores, or even at like Walmart. Pick it up, it's a couple dollars. You're going to want to spray all on the inside of your slide, because it's going to get all like the grime and dirt and stuff out. You want to do the same thing to your barrel. Scrub your barrel, spray it, even spray down on the inside, because you want to get all like the residue and stuff out of the inside. And then you're going to want to spray your spring. Now, with a toothbrush, you can take it and scrub all in there, get all that dirt and grime out, scrub it, get it all nice and clean. And then you're going to do the same thing to the spring, just scrub it, get it all nice and clean. And the same thing to the barrel. But the other thing we're going to have to do on the barrel is you can't do it with the toothbrush, so you're going to get your little barrel scrubber, and you're going to want to stick it through on the inside and push it all the way through and scrub all in it, because you got all the rifling in there, and you're going to want to get it all nice and cleaned out. And then after you completed that, you can take a cloth or like a paper towel, and you're going to clean all that gun cleaner stuff out. It's going to go all the like the old like oil and just dirt and cleaner and stuff. You're going to clean it all out. Do the same thing to the spring. Get the spring all cleaned out. And then the barrel, scrub all on the outside. And then what you have to do is get it's called a plunger. And these little gun cleaning patches. You can fold it up, put it on the end of your plunger, and this is how you clean the inside of the barrel out, is you push it all the way through until the little patch comes out on the other side. And look at it, and if it's like pretty dirty, I mean, you can repeat the process of shoving the patch through to make sure it's all cleaned out. And now that we have properly cleaned it, we need to respray it with the oil, because when you have like moving parts and stuff, you want to make sure it slides nice and right. You don't want it to jam or anything like that. So you're going to take your gun oil, and you don't need very much, just a couple little drops, like here on the firing pin, just a couple drops. You do it on the inside of there. Same thing, like 2 drops on the spring, and then you're going to take your barrel, and then a couple little drops on it, and then you can take the bottom half of the weapon, and all in here is like where most of your moving parts are, like your slides and all that. You have these little rails right here, so you want to take your gun oil, and on those rails just do a couple little drops on the rails, and you can send a little down the magazine chamber. And then after you got it all nice and cleaned up, we're going to assemble it back together. So the first thing you want to do is take your slide, and you're going to insert your barrel back into it. Make sure it's seated nice and snug, it's not moving around. And then you're going to take your spring, and you're going to insert, see on here, you're going to insert the spring. It sits right on top of the barrel. You're going to insert it in there. Make sure that's nice and snug. That's how it should look like when it's done. And then now you got to put the top and bottom half back together. And this is the important part, because like I said, you have the railings like in here and on here where they're going to slide on. Don't put it on backwards or anything. You're going to very carefully make sure you line up the rails, and you're going to slide your slide all the way back, then make sure it's locked. You can give it a couple good pulls, to make sure you get the oil moved around and make sure it's in there properly. And now you have properly field stripped, cleaned, and reassembled your Glock 21. And if you have a case, you can, when you store it in cases, don't store it with ammunition in it, just in case like kids get into it or anything like that. You can install it back in your case and lock it up. Once again, my name is Jason Adams, and this concludes my video.